steel, wood, and bad decisions. Experience the most dangerous moments in the forest. Falling trees to wrecked trucks. Welcome to Machine Universe. That was a full-on Darwin Award moment for both the cutter and the driver.
Saw that coming.
What? Oh my goodness. Look out, look out, look out, look out! Is everybody all right? Oh my goodness.
All right. Time to do some sketchy shit. Hope.
3 saws stuck, and the trunk isn't even a foot wide. That's talent.
Okay, get it. Watch out, let it go, back off, back. Yeah!
Listening to that Husqvarna 562 XP chainsaw rev up is satisfying for any gear enthusiast. The saw seems to have plenty of power to handle the stress of the wood, even though the tree itself is putting up a fight and refusing to drop cleanly. This screams Vancouver Island logging. Massive old-growth timber and rugged terrain requires specialized heavy-duty trucks like this, Pacific or Haze Beast. It is an absolute miracle everyone survived. Looking at that chaotic wreckage, you would expect a much more tragic ending to this accident.
How's it going? Oh. You're good, you're...
These dead ash from the emerald borer are just waiting to explode like that. Sketchy plan, but the execution was spot on.
Told ya.
Seeing a pair of animals move a machine that size is something you do not see every day. It really puts into perspective how strong these Belgian drafts actually are when they work together as a synchronized team. That 22 horsepower Honda engine is really earning its keep today. It slows down slightly on those massive knots, but it powers through that tough blue gum without actually stalling out. Standing on a step ladder just to make a cut really puts the size of this 6-foot diameter oak into perspective. It is not every day you see a log that demands climbing gear just to run the mill across the top. This is a wake-up call to check your trees for dead limbs before storm season hits. There goes $500 worth of equipment flying into the bushes. Lifting the wood out instead of dropping it often confuses people at first glance. It usually happens when the ground below is protected or inaccessible, forcing the crew to rely on the helicopter despite the incredible cost and complexity involved. You do what you gotta do when there's no other choice. But wow, this is next level sketchy.
No.
It is a miracle he didn't get crushed between the roof and the log. I never realized how tough and dangerous that machine can be. My hat's off to the people who deal with it day in, day out. They hooked the cable way too low. With a higher leverage point, this stump might have actually moved. My heart stopped when it started tipping early. A 15-foot wide cedar deciding to fall on its own is a logger's nightmare. That root ball releasing prematurely shows just how unpredictable. The backdrop of the Lungau Mountains is breathtaking, but the work is brutal. Fighting gravity on those steep slopes while dodging swinging timber requires 100% focus. It is a stark contrast between the serene views and the violent reality of logging. Scenes like this make it feel as if time has stopped in the Bosnian mountains. While the rest of the world rushes toward automation, the Furmans of Sokolas continue to rely on techniques passed down through generations, proving that the old ways are still effective today. Look at the output. That Pezzolato chipper, powered by a 375 HP Cat C9 engine, is processing wood at an incredible rate, up to 80 cubic meters hourly. It quickly reduces full-sized logs into usable biomass for heat or further processing. Why do you think they chose this method over a conveyor belt system? Could it be about precision or simply cost?
אם זה מתרתק עליי, חבל לכם על הזמן.
He definitely stuck the landing, just not in a good way. That poor climber just took the scariest 50-foot ride of his life. This process is great for soil health. By shredding the material on site, the machine incorporates organic matter back into the system, retaining moisture and minimizing erosion. This method maintains the environmental balance beneath the transmission lines perfectly. What a symphony of a powerful saw in the big woods. That roaring sound of the modified Husqvarna 395 is music to any logger's ears. You can hear the struggle as the 42-inch bar bites deep into the heart of the huge Oregon hazard tree. Extreme work. This is a pretty brutal way to earn your daily bread. You really should have read that stop sign first.
Yes. And there goes your guys' power, probably.
Some might call it ingenious, but it looks more like a rolling death trap to safety experts. With the belt drive completely open and that massive blade screaming right next to the operator, it feels like an accident just waiting for the worst possible moment to happen. He cheated death by less than 3 feet. Absolutely heart-stopping moment. Three guys trying to outmuscle a 2-ton tree is pure comedy. Being squished like a bug is a very real possibility here. How do you move such large, heavy logs out of dense forest areas? The powerful NOE 170 4R skidder is the answer, expertly dragging around 970 cubic feet of timber. It shows the incredible strength and mastery needed to conduct serious logging operations efficiently. You can tell this isn't his first time on that switchback. There is something hypnotic about the rhythmic feeding of logs. Watching the bark fly off and leave a clean cylinder behind is oddly relaxing industrial ASMR. Welcome to the intense atmosphere of the 2023 Boona Open down in Australia. Competitors here are facing off in the grueling post-rip event, where Matt Osborne secured the title. It involves sawing vertically through a thick log, a discipline that demands absolute peak physical condition and precision timing.
Holy moly. We could send this one into the TV.
Those silent widowmakers are the scariest part of winter
Came
storms.
off of that tree there. Extends all the way up the hill, I mean.
Holy shit! Wow, the amount of energy is amazing.
That would have really hurt.
The Arbro 400 head, mounted on the Palms 670 crane, is essentially the working hand of torch of this mini harvester combo. It grips the stem, delimbing and cross-cutting the logs while the MTZ-82 stays on stable ground. It's an effective way to handle thinning and private woodland work. The Oxendahl trailer combo is a dream team for forestry logistics. Operating together as one integrated vehicle allows Rudolph to load and transport long timber efficiently. It is a prime example of how specialized engineering adapts to the rugged demands of the logging industry. Check out the clean, perfect cut face on that black oak. That saw blade is seriously sharp. Seeing the raw timber transform instantly into usable 6'4" lumber is the best part of the whole logging process. You can almost smell the fresh sawdust flying off the wheel.
Loader is just back up.
Jdu udělat tady toho, moc se mě do toho nechtělo. Toho bůčka asi též, no. Ne asi, ale určitě.
Power tools like the Steel 462 are only half the equation. The rest is pure skill. Combining the saw's power with a simple wooden lever demonstrates how understanding physics helps resolve even the trickiest hung-up tree scenarios.
Je to na zemi, to je hlavní.
It got him. Oh God, it got him good. A limb went back out.
Woo! Oh, it got him.
Hearing that final snap and watching the root ball explode out of the ground must have been wild. This is true teamwork in the Sierra de Durango. It takes a whole crew and 3 engines to move that mountain of timber effectively. The driver has nerves of steel. Those top bales are literally dancing with death on that trailer.
After 300 yards, turn.
This is the situation that separates the average cutter from the highly skilled. It requires experience and the perfect execution of technical cuts to free the timber without causing a catastrophe. You can appreciate the knowledge on display. Grinding the stumps is the final, satisfying step in the battle. Instead of digging them out and ruining the road, the machine simply erases the roots, leaving the ground ready for whatever comes next. Nice engineering on this homemade chipper. With a bit of common sense, you can bust out a ton of firewood. Way less work than an axe and saw. Honestly, for failed tree work, this turned out pretty good. House is fine, power lines are still up, and only that tired old fence took the hit. I'd call that a lucky win. Hope the operator planned the fall perfectly to avoid damaging that nearby fence. Making sure the tree lands safely away from structures is a crucial part of felling planning. Good luck with the final cut. That old AS950 is a legend, but even legends need help sometimes. Hauling heavy logs through a swamp would stop any modern truck instantly. Which fail was the craziest? Let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe for more dangerous logging action. You are watching Machine Universe.